Smith & Wesson 642. This is a classic design from the 90s that is so popular, so well loved, so used. It's been around for so long, it's so proven is what it really is. And I've got it out here today for some first shots. I've already taken some shots on paper to see what it looks like at about 7 yards, and I'm happy. Now, I'm not like uber impressed as far as, you know, the accuracy, but at a 1.875 inch barrel and 38 special revolver that's full-time double action, by the way, long, heavy trigger pull on it, full-time double action. For something like that, the groups I got, I'm okay with them. I really am. I mean, that's about what I would be doing with an LCP or something like that. So yeah, this is a 38 special plus P. It says right there on the barrel. I think you can read it. No 357 from this guy, all right? This is not a Ruger SP101, not by a long shot, okay? They're really not comparable, even though I'm showing them on screen together right now. They're not comparable at all. 357, heavier gun, tougher gun from Ruger, really nice trigger pull on it. I'm not gonna shoot it because it's loaded with self-defense stuff right now. I replaced the grip on this sucker and absolutely love it. I believe that is a Packmare, and it's awesome. But it's not an SP101 by any stretch of the imagination, okay? So the huge difference there really is not only 357, but the fact that the SP101 is a heavier weight concealed carry, whereas this is a lightweight concealed carry at 14.4 ounces. It's very, very lightweight. The grips on it, very small as compared to the one I just showed you. Very small, very thin, very slim, very simple, rubber-ish or something like that. They feel great though. I've walked around with this sucker in my pocket. It feels really good. I would certainly want a pocket holster for it, and I'll probably get something like that at some point, or perhaps an inside the waistband. There are any number of great ways to carry a concealed carry piece like this. I think a lot of folks have carried this on the ankle, and that's perfectly valid too. As far as the function of it, you guys have seen this. I mean, it's an old gun, everybody's talked about it, but we'll go through it anyway because it's kind of my first experience with it, and I'm super impressed thus far. Got that cylinder release here on this side, press it forward. That releases the cylinder to pop out like so. You've got your ejection rod right there. Press that down, your rounds come out like that. You can find, I think, some speed loaders for it, but one thing that's universal are these reloading strips, speed strips, I think they call them. And these things will work with any brand as long as it's 357 or 38 special. And all you do is you peel it away, okay? Then you've got your 2 rounds in there. And then you rotate your cylinder, put 2 more in, peel it away, rotate the cylinder, last one, and then you would just drop this. As far as cost, as far as economy, those speed strips are fantastic. They're flat in your pocket. They hold 5 reliably. They work for any number of platforms, so they're very good. We're just here to shoot with this thing, so let's shoot it some more. Again, it's 38 special plus P. All I've got is standard 38 special. I think 125 grain Blazer brass. So I don't have any plus P to shoot for you today. I don't doubt that it'll run it just fine, and in the future we'll definitely put some of that through it. This is more of a first look, not a review by any stretch of the imagination. So we're gonna get some rounds on this 10-yard target, an Evil Roy over here, as well as this silhouette way out there. The GoPro is gonna pick up a little bit of that. So let's see how we do. Okay, at 10 yards. Let's go out to 35. There's one. So what is the role that one would put this gun into? I talked about concealed carry. Yeah, it's absolutely valid for it. You are absolutely rounds limited at only 5, and this fat cylinder is a fairly narrow cylinder actually compared to many other revolvers, but it's still a cylinder, so it's a little bit of girth that you wouldn't normally have with, say, a semi-auto, maybe an LCP that's got 6+ rounds instead of 5. 38 special versus 380 and all that, sure, but why would you choose this revolver over a semi-auto, and what role would you put this into? What I'm thinking about putting it into is actually a motorcycling gun, something to keep in my tank bag, actually. It's got that slick top on it, completely snag-free. The hammer is totally internal. That's sort of what the 642 is known for. There's also the 637 that has the exposed hammer. So if you prefer to be able to cock that back and have that as an option and have one completely exposed, that's also made and available. And then there's the 638, which has a sort of shrouded hammer. The 642 is pure double action bliss, and that double action trigger actually on the Smith & Wessons are famous. These triggers are famous for getting better and better and better over the years, the more you shoot them. So if you have one of these guns, take it to the range a lot, dry fire with it a lot, smooth out that hammer. You're gonna love, love, love this gun. Let's take a few more shots with it. Oh, come on. No. That steel bad guy out in the distance is laughing at me, but not for long. I'm gonna nail him. Come on. Oh, we got a couple on him. Just a couple. We need to work on that, and we will. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. What was that, 2, 3? Okay, so 35 yards might be a lot to ask of this gun, or at least of me. But 10 yards, 7 yards, inside of that, easy. I'm gonna do some one-handed stuff here in a second, but first I gotta fill my pocket back up. Hang on. All right, let's do the things that we can do well, which is shoot here at 10 yards. But let's try it one-handed, starting off dominant hand. Yes, I know it was 5 rounds. I clicked that 6th one just for fun. 2 more here. I think we're ready to go offhand. Left-handed. Oh. Left hand is not as used to that trigger pull, that's for sure. So as a concealed carry piece, your rounds limited, you got 5. Reloading takes a little bit longer because, you know, it's a revolver. However, it's got all the advantages of being an extremely reliable platform, an extremely tight, perfect sort of platform. No pieces can pop out or get lost. Let me tell you a little quick story. I keep a Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm in an everyday carry bag that I use from time to time, maybe every day. And that bag with that 9mm in it, every so often I go in there, I clean the thing, I make sure that rounds look good, I make sure that it's in shootable shape, right? And one of the things that I find from time to time, and I keep this in a sort of, it's one of my VanQuest bags, I keep this in a sort of holster that's designed to go into one of those concealed carry pockets. But one of the things I sometimes notice is that the magazine has popped itself out. Now, obviously, there's something else in the bag that's putting pressure through a different layer because there's nothing else actually in that compartment that can touch it. But in a different compartment, the layers are thin enough that something can kind of push up and put pressure against. And sometimes it does put pressure against the magazine release. And then I go in there and then the magazine is loose from my Shield 9mm. That's a little disheartening and a little frightening, but that can't happen with a revolver. So you've got that added security, that added simplicity. So whether you're adding this to an EDC bag, using it for everyday carry concealed, putting it in a motorcycle bag like I intend to do, or any number of other purposes, a 5-shot revolver is a great idea. 38 Special plus P, very good choice. And this 642 from Smith & Wesson, I can't see a really, I mean, obviously there's a Ruger LCR, but I kind of feel like I like the Smith & Wesson better. I researched them very carefully, and I actually really like the 642 for size, for dimensions, for general, I don't know, quality and general looks. That's my personal opinion. You'll have a different one perhaps, but yeah, I'm loving this thing. I haven't mentioned one last thing. This 642 is the version with the dreaded lock on it. So there's a little key that comes with the gun. You can lock this thing shut so that it can't fire. It's sort of like this internal safety, a locking safety that makes it so it doesn't work. It just kills the gun. They do make a version of the 642 that doesn't have that lock. It's very popular, but it is often much more expensive because this is the one that's kind of left over after everybody's got the non-lock versions. We got to leave that 35-yard bad guy away. Hey, look at what I found in my pocket. A refreshed speed strip. Let's go ahead and get that thing reloaded real quick. Okay, last 5 shots of the day. Yeah. Smith & Wesson 642. This is the first look. I will try to do a full review in the future. A lot of things to love about this gun, and I'm going to continue loving it for many years to come. I'm a late Boy Scout. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.